Sri Lanka are away.
Good hand by Bravo there. Just holding that in and preventing any further damage. But exciting times for Kevin Sinclair, opening the bowling in his debut.
Come on, Sinky, come on, Sinky, come on, Kevin!
Nice shot, should just be one. Jason Holder does well.
Not bad, Kevin. Gang. Oh, not bad.
Single and Diguela's type of energetic, vibrant, impish batsman. And in a nice way, he play a lot of shots, little scoops. So Danishka Gunatilaka, a very good LPL. Back in Sri Lanka, leading run scorer. Strokes the ball quite nicely with a very upright, elegant flow.
Well done, boys.
A very busy batsman, quite different. Will attack, but he will also be very innovative with his shots. They're both going very nicely here.
No doubt, left-handedness would have encouraged the use of the off-spinner as well. We talk a lot about matchups in T20 cricket. And we see Fidel Edwards sharing the new ball opportunities. Solid start. 6 without loss.
Send it off. Just a bit. That's the leg stump.
Chris, how does it feel to be back?
It's a great feeling to be back, man. I'm feeling good, to be honest with you. I just miss the crowd, you know, to see the universe back on the field.
What's the vibe in the team?
It's the good vibes. You know, everyone just come together, so we'll take a bit of time to gel together, and that's the objective, to try and build some, you know, unity. Obviously, a lot of senior players here, you know, with a few youngsters as well. You know, but we want that gel and happiness, you know, within the dressing room.
Come back to you in a minute.
No worries.
Christopher, don't go anywhere. Your colleague just a year or two younger than you, Fidel Edwards. A bit of swing and a wide to start with.
Not quite the start Fidel would have been hoping for. He'll be happy to see some swing. Back after the team, after a 9-year hiatus. Last international would have been back in 2012 against Sri Lanka.
Good single after a stutter. Chris, what is it like for Fidel to be back in West Indian colours?
I mean, it's good for him, you know. He went off to play county cricket, playing for Hampshire. Did pretty well in county cricket, and did well in a few of the franchise cricket. Just recently the T10, bowled quick, bowled fast, and get a few wickets as well. So he was actually banging on the door. So it's only good for him to, rightful for him to get a bit of call up, and we need that extra pace within the team as well for T20 cricket, which is very important.
He's almost twice the age, and you were almost twice the age of the guy that used the new ball with him.
Yeah, Sinclair, the debutant. You know, it's fantastic to actually start well, it's for him to start his career with me. You mentioned that Lucas Cricket Club. I'll get back to you in a minute.
First boundary of the contest. Little wayward from Edwards.
Use the deck, use the deck.
Bit too full. A whiff on offer. A bit of a misfield by Fabian Allen. Presume he'll be a bit disappointed he didn't stop that. Normally known for his impressive fielding. But a bit too wide and too full from Edwards.
Got to be straight, fine leg and deep square leg in place. Chris, back to you.
Yeah. As I was saying, with Sinclair, he said he played, was it under 15 or under 19 in the Caribbean. He went to Lucas Cricket Club, and all he could have seen was actually my name on the wall, and he was like, well, hopefully one day I'll get a chance to, you know, share the dressing room with Chris Gayle, and it happened today, so I'm really happy for him. And hope it's the start of, you know, a splendid career for Sinclair. He's a very energetic guy, good youngster, good all-round cricketer as well. Don't sink.
Chris, the experience that yourself and Fidel Edwards have, is there a mentorship role for you guys in this team as much as a performing role?
Absolutely, absolutely. That goes without saying. With so many inexperienced players in this dressing room or in this team, we just have to play as a collective, as a unit. You know, it's going to be important, and you don't want to look at the fact that we have so many experienced players, and you know we're going to leave the job for one particular person. It's important we get everything going. When I say get everything going, I mean that everybody should actually don't leave it for any particular one. If the two openers got a chance to take it deep, take it home. And from a bowling point of view, hopefully everyone can actually click and, you know, come to the party.
Chris, thank you very much for your thoughts and for sharing this time with us. All the best throughout the series.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
"13 without loss, 2 gone."
Don't care if he's tempting us to tight lines. Kevin here, boys. Come on. Something's gonna happen.
2 of us gone. Short, fine leg.
Come on, Sinke, come on.
Down the ground,
Yeah,
but
keep
not
keep going.
perfectly timed.
Good use of the feet from Ditwala. You expect to see this from the Sri Lankan players. They would be accustomed to spin, and I watched them practice yesterday, and quite a number of their batsmen. But a number of their batsmen were using their feet and attempting to hit the ball over the top.
Keep looking for that big sweep, boys. It's gonna come.
Just over Edwards.
Relax.
And the boundary. And that's Dick Weller through and through.
Not bad, boys. Not bad, boys. It's always gonna happen, eh? Always gonna play that sweep shot. Always gonna play that sweep shot. Keep looking, Kevin. Keep going again, careful. That's good stuff. Go in there, get in there. That's good work, Kevin.
For Sri Lanka, who have lost 7 on the bounce their last 7 games, to me it's a lot about their batting. They've got good options, spin bowling, a couple of seaming options even without Lassit Malinga.
Hey, buddy! Well done. Good stuff, Stinky. That's good stuff, Stinky. Good tight stuff,
Added
buddy.
to that, they will know this is quite a small field.
Circle up,
And
man.
against a very strong West Indies lineup.
Get it, Pollard!
Got in, grabbed it! A first T20 international wicket for Kevin Sinclair, who does his somersault, his trademark reaction. Pollard doesn't drop many.
What joy for the youngster. What a way to start. First game, first international wicket. Good grab by Captain Pollard at short mid wicket. And the acrobatics are on show. The Vela goes for 15. Oh, sorry, Guna Tilika goes for 15. 20 for 1.
And he made 4. The new batsman is Patam Nisaka. That's Patam Nisaka. The new batsman for Sri Lanka is 20 for 1. Sri Lanka 20 for 1. We're going to see the introduction of Jason Holder, and he will be bowling from the southern end. Jason Holder will be bowling from the southern end for the West Indies.
On debut, Sanka. That's a powerfully built fast bowler toward Prabha Sanka in the day. Change in bowling, Jason Holder, whose T20 form has picked up quite nicely in the last couple of seasons, able to bowl at different phases of the innings. Bit of bounce nicely steered away. Well fielded by Fabian Allen.
Ball.
Good job by Fabian Allen. Running around from deep point to save that boundary. Jason Holder has improved vastly in the T20 format over the last year or so. He had a very good IPL, quite a good CPL as well. Now he has his chance to go with the ball in the power play.
Good enough for Gregory Brathwaite. Barbadians all around, commentary box, umpiring, bowling. Bounce. That's what you expect from Jason Holder, Shakira, and you rightly said 2 years, 2 CPLs ago, his new ball bowling was excellent. I think he got 11 wickets or so in the power play. But in the last CPL, he showed that he could bowl at a depth. He showed that he can also change his pace. The wicket of Gunatilaka. Excellent catch by Pollard, and what a moment for Kevin Sinclair. I could do without that.
The start by Jason Holder, bowling with a deep point and a deep fine leg on the boundary. But he's normally very good in the power play, really good with the new ball. Gets a lot of bounce. Gets the ball to seam around. Let's look at that seam position.
Different feel to Fidelio. He's got the fine leg and he's got a sort of a squarish point, deep point. That won't be the last exasperation you'll see from Dequella.
He's the type of batsman who tries to make things happen. 3 dot balls in a row from Jason Holder. So we expect to see some innovation from Dequella.
They've done their homework, the West Indies. Fabian Allen in play again. Described as the squarest third man.
Perhaps quite backward there if he is at deep point. But perhaps he is at a Spurs third man. Lanka to face his first delivery of the innings.
Sanka's off the mark as well. 24 for 1, 4 gone.
Well, we see the return of Fidel Edwards, and this time from the northern end. Fidel Edwards bowling from the northern end for the West Indies.
A lot of discussion points for both teams. Sri Lanka without their appointed captain. Number of players who, due to poor form or failing their fitness tests, weren't able to take their place on tour. Edwards has changed ends. A lot of focus on him, for example, at age 39. In the absence of players like O'Shane Thomas and Kimo Paul, he seized his place in the team.
Quite an interesting change from Captain Pollard. Perhaps empty by the fact that Lanka, a right-hander, has come to the crease.
Absolutely correct. It looks a good surface. The first men's international game to be held here at Coolidge. You would have played, Shakira, women's international cricket here.
We would have played 3 international games against the Sri Lanka women's side here at Coolidge. We took that series 3-love. Yeah, and the Dotting would have shone the bat for us in that series. Good carry for Fidel Edwards.
Yeah, almost every team wants one of these. You can think for England, Jofra Archer, Australia, Mitchell Stark. Malinga in his prime for Sri Lanka. No O'Shane Thomas, who took a 5-wicket haul against Sri Lanka the last time the teams met in Sri Lanka, the island nation, in 2020. So Fidel has forced his way by virtue of the hostility, swing that teams need.
Bit of a misfield by Kevin Sinclair, permitting the batsman to come for a second. But this is exactly what every team would want, regardless of the format. And it's an even greater boost in T20.
Hasn't middled it, hustled on to Nisanka. Gets a couple. Yeah, you can think New Zealand, Lockie Ferguson, Trent Bolt, not of the same pace as Ferguson, but the type of hustle, Jasprit Bumrah for India. So all teams are looking for that new ball pace, someone who can come in the middle, Shakira, and also create a hustle, but can bowl Yorkers at the end at pace too.
And those Yorkers, those have become a strength of Fidel Edwards. He's quite adept at bowling those Yorkers when he comes back in those death overs. And he will rush the batsman, especially with this new ball, this new hard ball. Bill Simmons and the selectors would have been happy to have him at their disposal, especially after O'Shane Thomas was unavailable due to fitness.
For Sri Lanka, they're not, I think, in the T20 World Cup proper Super 12. I think they have to go through that little group stage with Bangladesh. So they've got work to do this year. Good pace again from Edwards. 30 for 1, 5 gone.
Good evening, everyone. These are the matches for this multi-format tour between the West Indies and Sri Lanka. 3 T20 internationals to be followed by 3 one-day internationals. Those one-dayers at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium, and then 2 test matches at that said venue. Well, the last 3 years, Sri Lanka averaged 48 in the first 6 overs in T20 international, so at the moment 18 short of what is considered par. I also think they will know that this venue is a relatively small one, so you'd want to push that bar a little bit higher. Nicely played, Niall O'Brien. This will please you.
Very much so, Darren. That's a lovely shot. Little confidence booster. Nicuella, who's been busy, but I thought West Indies have bowled quite nicely to date. But this boundary will just ease the pressure somewhat. Nice conditions for batting out in the middle. Just Jason Holder gone in a little bit too full, but probably a little bit wide. Just gives them a couple of stumps to work it through the offside. Been pretty good so far, the West Indies, with the ball, but just getting that one slightly wrong.
Settles for 1. Very interesting to see Fidel Edwards, Jason Holder attempt a defensive Yorker so early in the innings. We very rarely see that from fast bowlers in the power play, so again, ensuring that there's no further boundary ball in the over. Using the options available as a fast bowler on a good batting surface. That's the way to go. That was in the slot. Might just run away. Goes for 4. Another boundary. 3 so far in the innings.
Well, Fabian Allen be a little bit disappointed, I reckon. Nice ball to hit. This just in the slot, sliding leg side ever so slightly. Nasanka quick to pick up, and I think Allen could have done better. Yeah, I think he should have done better. Trevor Penny won't be happy with that.
Just slid off nicely. Just one delivery left in the power play. Well, what do you make of the bowling changes so far in this game?
Pretty good so far, I think, Darren. Nice for the chop and change. Nice when your spinner opens the bowling, makes a new ball and does a good job from one end. Get a couple of good overs out of Sinclair. Did a great job, I think.
Goes for the Yorker to end the over. Good stuff from Jason Holder.
End of power play.
End of the power play. It's 40-1. Nice cool evening here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua and Barbuda. Sri Lanka being sent in to bat. Roshan Dikwela, unbeaten on 24 at the moment. Was a 21 partnership at the top.
We're going to see the introduction of Obed McCoy. He will be bowling from the northern end. Obed McCoy bowling from the northern end for
Dikwela, he's been in very good form. Had a very good Lanka Premier League, Roshan Dikwela. 270 runs, 2 half centuries. Again, he's gotten a start, and we all know he loves to score runs square off the wicket, so might see a little more focus on getting the ball full into that Yorker length.
Obed McCoy into the attack.
Timed away. Sanka on debut. Mickey Arthur, lots of Sri Lankans, they rate him highly as a batsman. The big appetite for runs, he's highly skilled as well. So too this man, Obed McCoy. Only 2 T20 internationals before this one. But he's a left-armer, that's unique. And he's got lots of variations, so focus will be on which ones to use at the appropriate time.
Yeah, likes the back of the hand slower ball, Obed McCoy. When he bowls aggressive lengths, bowls hard lengths, he's an awkward customer. Any tall left armer can be pretty awkward, especially when you're a small in stature batsman, like both Dikwela and the Sanka. You see a big tall guy running in, it can be a little bit off-putting, so McCoy just needs to bang a good length. Doesn't need to go too full or floaty. Hit a good length, use your variations when needed.
That's in the slot. You can replay this over and over again. That's pure class.
Exactly what I said Obed McCoy doesn't need to do. Doesn't need to float the ball full. Gets that totally wrong, and credit to the batsman. Nasanka was all over it quickly.
It's a Yorker right this time. One of the skills that you expect that fast bowlers will have in this format of the game. So essential throughout the innings. Sometimes you reckon that the Yorkers should be confined to the last 5 or 6 overs. Middle of the bat in the slot. The reason why I say Nasanka is so highly rated, if you look at his first-class record. He's got 13 first-class centuries with an average of 67. Averages 32 in list day cricket. 1 century and 8 half centuries. So he's a prolific scorer of runs. Good finish to the over. 7 overs gone. 47 for 1.
We're going to see the return of Kevin Sinclair. This time he will be bowling from the southern end. Kevin Sinclair bowling from the southern
Four
end.
bowlers
for
used so
West
far by
Indies.
Karen Pollard. Just a solitary wicket in the Teleka. Brilliantly caught by Karen Pollard, giving this man his first wicket in T20 internationals and at the international level.
Switch of ends for Kevin Sinclair. What a start to his international career. Had a good Super 50. Young man, full of confidence, you feel, after a good Super 50, and he's played a lot of cricket. Will do for your confidence. Just 21 years of age. Marvellous to see.
Just skidded off the practice strips. So important to be aware of your surroundings.
The 50 is up for Sri Lanka. The 50 is up
50
for
up
Sri
with that
Lanka.
lovely stroke.
Came on 45 balls.
Excellent from the
31
Sanka. Just
minutes.
tries to get this in the gap. Doesn't try to hit it for 6.
Scores.
Knows exactly where the fielders are.
51
David Allen
for
again is out there in the deep. Sinclair wanted more from him.
That sounded sweet. That sounded sweet. And it goes all the way into sticky wicket. First 6 of the innings.
Well, what a stroke this is. Absolutely marvellous sound off the bat. Getting into the breeze here, Coolidge. Not easy, that's come right out of the screws. Fantastic. Foot to the ball, and his arm extension is absolutely perfect. A good hit.
That's okay, that's what both have.
Good response from
And there.
Kevin Sinclair.
Left there.
He'll need support from the senior players as he goes through his spell. Ready into his 3rd over, Kevin Sinclair.
Well, a big couple of balls here for Dick Weller.
No.
Picked up 3 boundaries. He's also had a lot of dot balls here.
Right, both Kevin, that's good
On
work,
the
Kevin.
charge. I just feel like maybe Dick Weller's missed out on a couple of square cuts. I think the West Indies have bowled very well to Dick Weller. They've restricted him. Partnership building nicely though, so just need to extend that partnership. They've got a strong middle order, Sri Lanka.
Keep looking at him, keep looking at Kevin.
Matthews, Pereira, Chandamal. Plenty of power there.
That's okay, well boy, Kevin, not bad.
Obviously going through the onside again. Always thinking about the strike over, scoring runs. 13 runs from the over, 8 gone, 60 for 1. A look at where teams are ranked in T20 international cricket. That's of March 1st this year. Sydney's number 10, Sri Lanka 7th on that list. ICC T20 international team rankings, England at the top, Sri Lanka 7th, the West Indies at the bottom. A good positive single taken. Now this ranking might not reflect exactly the quality of West Indies as a T20 international team. Many times their best players not available. So you got to take that with some reservation now, O'Brien. Just short of the fielder. For a moment you felt it might have been a chance. square of the wicket again. Roshan Dikwela. That's his strong area. Evan Sinclair deciding to protect the boundary as against take the risk of diving and making the catch.
Good change-up. Obed McCoy, 113 Ks that one. Nice slower ball, just appreciates that Nasanka's going hard and seeing the ball nicely, just changes it up nicely, Obed McCoy. Got it well here, the big left arm quick.
Three extras so far in the innings. Seamers so far in this innings. 35% length. 19 short of a good length. It's in that slot where you don't want to be. 25% in that 4-meter range. It's an adjustment that the fast bowlers will need to make.
Danka playing with the field, 1-2, but not huge boundaries here. Coolidge, you'll have to settle for one. Interesting lengths, Darren, because in T20 cricket, as much as you want to be consistent in line on length, you also got to just vary it up and keep the batsman guessing. Just have a look at this. Nice little bit of innovation. Probably wants to get it 10 yards square, I reckon, there. Just try and get it in the gap a little bit more.
Picked up sweetly. All the risks, timing. Roshan Dikwela looks really good. Brings up the 50 partnership between these two.
This is all in the footwork from Dikwela. Gets across the stumps. Just shuffles. Stays actually the middle of the leg. Puts it away nicely. He knows the man on the deep. It's just behind square leg. A little bit of a shuffle and then just holds his line, holds his position nicely. Dikwela gets it right out of the middle. Couple of sixes and quick momentum here for Sri Lanka.
Well, he's hitting into the wind. There's not much of a wind at this time, so hence he gets away with it. Dikwela. Not quite upward on that occasion, but a good over for Sri Lanka. 10 runs coming from it, 70 for 1.
Change of bowler, right arm over.
Lights in full effect here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. Tempo to the innings building. A couple of high skyscrapers last few overs. Holder into his third.
Well, misses out. Nasanka needed to go over mid-off as opposed to straight down the ground. That was one of those balls, I reckon, was just in that area, in the slot zone. Good change up. Nasanka needs to go over mid-off there. It looks like he's trying to drag it more mid-on. Credit to the bowler, though. Excellent from Holder. One step ahead of the youngster.
Beautiful from Holder. Now, O'Brien, you spoke about previous matches played here in the domestic 50-over competition, named the Regional Super 50. And we saw a lot of bowlers fast bowlers be successful with bowling that short of a good length. Sometimes wide of that off stump, sometimes finishing on the stump. It was quite difficult for batsmen to score runs easily. Can't score that type of delivery.
Top class from Jason Holder. That is fantastic bowling. First ball outfoxes the batsman with a lovely slower ball, then bangs in 2 Yorkers. Brilliant skill. He knows the batsmen are going to be coming after him. Top class from Jason Holder. It's really good skill.
And it's a defensive Yorker. It doesn't go wicket to wicket. Goes outside the line of the off stump. Slow bouncer. Talk about variations being used to good effect by Jason Holder.
That's very clever. Jason Holder knows he can't go full. He can't go length. That's an excellent slow ball. As soon as Jason Holder goes length, at this stage he's under pressure. But he knows he's got the height and good variation. He got his Yorker on cue. Excellent.
Pressure building. Just get some bat on this one. Lanka gets off strike. Transfers the responsibility to score runs to Naroshan Dikwela.
Well, just when Sri Lanka are trying to put the foot down and ignite a bit of power into the innings, Holder has put the brakes on massively. 2 overs before this went for 23, so Sri Lanka had some momentum. Jason Holder just wrestling that back. 8 over, getting 152. That's going to be too little, you think? 152. You're going to need something in the region of 165, 170. Good pitch, small boundaries. Powerful West Indies batting lineup. But Sri Lanka have a real battle on here for the next 2 to 3 overs. Put some momentum and initiative back into the innings.
Bowl them. Clean them up. You miss, I hit. Jason Holder strikes. What a brilliant over. That's a unique celebration as well. Not as good as Kevin Sinclair.
Well, it's a fantastic over, and this is just what Jason Holder deserves. Dikwela, well, outfoxes himself, really. In the end, it would have been a lovely shin-high full toss and off stump. Dikwela's got to go for 33. Bowled Holder, 10 overs bowled, 71 for 2.
And the new batsman is Dennis Chandimal. The new batsman, Dennis Chandimal.
The new batsman is the very experienced Dinesh Chandimal. Not an outstanding T20 average for a player who can play the attacking innings, generally in the longer formats. But an outstanding culmination to a good over Samuel Badri from Jason Holder, showing exactly where he has improved. And that's a much safer celebration than the Sinclair one. I prefer that one. Dwayne Bravo.
Well, he has to improve in that celebration as well, Jason Holder. But there was really an exhibition of good fast bowling at this level. The slower balls, use of the pitch, making sure that the conditions come into play. Intelligent bit of bowling by Jason Holder. And it's really pleasing to see that he's come of age in T20 cricket and outside of the power play overs at that. Been a good start here by the West Indies in these initial overs. First T20 international in this 3-match series. And Dwayne Bravo hugely experienced campaigner. Over 500 T20 wickets for this man. The leading wicket taker in T20 internationals for West Indies.
Great skill. Yorkers, slower Yorkers, and Sims hitting that 6. 5 singles from 13 deliveries for Nasanka. Looks at the moment as though he's really struggled when the ball has been varied outside the off stump rather than straight at him. Squirted away for 4.
You're just looking at his stature. You'd expect that he's someone who likes pace on the ball, to use that pace. Vin Bravo did just that. He gave him some pace on this delivery and was able to get it in the gap down to that vacant third man region. So ideally, you'd be wanting to take off pace for this young man and force him to manufacture his own pace.
Heard from Dananjaya before, an excellent first-class record. 13 centuries, only 22 years of age, so he is seemingly a phenomenal talent. Good feeling by Fabian Allen, something that can be a real feature of this West Indies team. 77 for 2, sir.
Fabian, love that.
Good feeling in the last ball of that previous over. Good arm from Fabian Allen. Batsman safely home. Jason Holder will bowl his final over.
Really nice to see the way Kieron Pollard has rotated his bowlers in this inning so far, not allowing the one bowler to be targeted or to be lined up. And Jason Holder into his final has been quite economical, picked up that wicket in his last over as well. So it's good signs for the West Indies T20 team, certainly in this initial period.
Been underwhelming, Chandimal, in T20 cricket internationally. A good Lankan Premier League where he opened the batting for Colombo Kings, an average around 41. A steady strike rate, and steady in the context of the modern game, of about 130, 129. We're hoping to make the fist of this series. Just one.
Jason Holder seemed to be very much in control of what he's... Jason Holder, very much in control of what he's doing out there in the middle. Getting those deliveries in that block hole when he wants to. And then utilizing the pitch, which we oftentimes talk about, using the conditions on offer.
I think, Samuel, he was determined, Jason, he was determined to make a fist of T20 cricket a couple of years ago. And that conversation with him not too long ago. He was happy with his test match form. He enjoyed his 50-over cricket, but really wanted to get his T20 game. And the key thing for him was getting Yorkers in, whether they're wide Yorkers or straight Yorkers, and knowing when to take pace off. Backing up. Marvin Lewis left nothing at home. And so that previous over was a typical example of the type of practice and hard work that he's put in, that you want to see emulated by some of the younger charges around the Caribbean, getting that feel, when to take pace off, when to go for the Yorker, when to bowl straight. He had to wait an eternity, Nasanka, for that to come to him.
Yeah, Jason Holder had a good IPL with the Sunrisers Hyderabad, then had a good experience as well in the Big Bash. And prior to that, in the CPL, always someone who picks wicket early with the new ball. Being given a different role in this setup. And he's done a marvelous job so far. An excellent spell from Jason Holder. And his 4 overs. 1 for 19, 12 overs gone, 82 for 2.
There's the holder just stopping in his 4th over. 4 overs, no win, 18 runs. 4 overs, no win, 90 runs, 1 wicket.
Pollard won the toss, elected to field first. 82 for 2 Sri Lanka. Change in bowling, Fabian Allen into the attack.
Do your thing, buddy. Start good. Ollie! No! You good! Keeper! Dananjaya!
Sanka almost committed himself, and he would have been found short, I think, had he gone.
Almost some confusion out there in the middle. Wanted the second, but didn't get the support from Chandimal. Did Nasanka. And he's gone. Brilliant delivery from Fabian Allen. Some flight, some turn, and some celebration as well.
Potentially still a wonderful player for the West Indies. If he gets his batting on the go, his bowling can be quite effective. Whether he saw Nasanka coming, only he will know, but the length wasn't there for Nasanka to come down the track. Twinkle toes.
It's now 83 for 3 Sri Lanka.
Nasanka goes for 39, 83 for 3.
And the new batsman is the captain, Angela Matthews. The new batsman for Sri Lanka is Angela Matthews.
Again, baby. Obed! They come wrong soon, eh?
Captain Matthews. Off the mark straight away.
Very experienced campaigner, Angelo Matthews. And this is the reason why he's here. some turn
Looking at it in the face.
from Fabian Allen, just enough to beat the outside edge of Nisanka. Excellent length as well from Fabian Allen. I'm just very impressed with the pace at which he's gone about this over so far. Typically darts the ball in, but he's shown more courage to give the ball some more air, which allows it to turn. It's a good time to be bowling as well.
For me, that's critical.
Last one.
A lot of the conversation for the finger spinners in the region now is about spinning the ball. Remember
Keep it,
talking
Fabi,
about
keep
that
it, Fabi.
2 years ago in the CPL as the rain spits down. You can impart spin. You certainly ask greater questions than just darting it in. 86 for 3.
And one of the concerns for teams whenever they come up against a West Indies team with the power that they do have, it's trying to find out how many runs are enough. So typically you might look at 150 or 160 and say, well, that's a good score with our lineup. But when you look at the power, the likes of Evan Lewis, Chris Gayle, Karen Pollard, Nicholas Purand, you just feel that you need an extra 15, 20 runs just as a cushion, because of the boundary hitting prowess of this team. And sometimes that plays on your mind and you aim too high and fall way too short. But this one has gone high, hard and handsome. Wonderful shot there from Chandimal. Another maximum.
The ease of the shot made it very low risk. The length was there, and he kept the presentation of the bat face through contact, through the direction of the hit. Classical in every sense. Better length from Edwards.
Good pace. He's shown that he still has it in terms of the quickness of his deliveries, Fidel Edwards. You'll need to add a different dimension to that as well, with the slower balls, slower bouncers, yorkers. Bring all of his experience to the fore.
We were questioning, or not questioning, trying to surmise what the conditions are like out there. Another occasion of good length. Careful, Fidel, you fall long at age 39, you may come up in pieces. Very good pick up anyway, but the throw is off target, sufficient enough to allow a second. Hey, you talk about the West Indies, I just want to drift towards their six-hitting prowess. Their fielding has great potential, but they hit sixes at a higher rate than any other team in the world since 2018. So that's never been a problem. Where Pollard wants his team to get better is being able to fill in the deliveries in between. Got him straight to short, fine leg. And the catch held quite easily. Disappointing shake of the head from Matthews. Well done, Lendl Simmons.
Another wicket falls for Sri Lanka. And this time their captain, Angelo Matthews, tried to use the pace of Fidel Edwards on that delivery but only did so to find Lindell Simmons' position in that short fine leg position. And success for the experienced Fidel Edwards. Despair for Angelo Matthews. He goes for 5. It's a 96 for 4.
96 for 4, Sri Lanka. And the new batsman is Tisara Pereira. The new batsman, Tisara Pereira.
One experienced player replaces another. Tisara Pereira come to the crease. Hard-hitting all-rounder. Just wonder if that's the longest period of time or games in between international T20 wickets for any player in the world. Fidel Edwards. Obed McCoy. Offline. Edwards has missed 85 matches since he last played for the West Indies.
Quite a long time before Fidel Edwards, but he's shown that he still has what it takes to perform at the international level. Good pace. Just might feel a little bit unfortunate there. And again, another wicket guided to that fielder, short third man, Obed McCoy. Well, he joins in on the fun.
You would do well to get it above the man positioned in that short third man area. The line was good. It was right at Dinesh Chandimal.
97 for 5, Sri Lanka. 97 for 5.
Jason Holder is the tallest man on the field. Not enough pace to get it over him. Not enough angle to get it to his left or right.
And the new batsman is Windies Hasaranga.
McCoy has a wicket on return. 11 to Chandimal, 97 for 5. Windies Hasaranga is the new batsman. Excellent change of pace. He's so very good with this quite unique action of his. Unique in the sense that he crosses himself up. The bowling arm, non-bowling arm.
Such a talented youngster, Obed McCoy, with his variations, his deception. Just look at that. Difficult delivery to execute, but he has a knack of it. Such a tremendously gifted bowler, Obed McCoy.
He's got a good turn of pace here. He really has a good turn of pace. When he does put pace on the ball, it gets through there rapidly. It's at Chandimal, who tries to make room to get it past Holder. Cannot. Well, I think once Obed McCoy gets enough game time and understands when to bowl what, it'll be superb. Stays fit, Give him that time. It's early in his career. Sarah likes the leg side.
And that's a really good point you're making there, Bish, about investing in our young talent. Far too often, we've seen our players being given 1 or 2 games and then being dropped. But I think if we have identified talented players, we need to give them game time. That's the only way you're going to learn, the only way that you're going to develop. We've identified Kevin Sinclair as potentially a spinner for the World Cup. Then give him that time.
You see, to me, it's a bowling action where the bowling arm just comes down his right side on its downward rotation. So it's a little bit different. And so when he does get that slow delivery out of the back of the hand, it's sometimes difficult to pick up. It reminds me a little bit of Franklin Stevenson, former Barbadian all-rounder. 100 comes up. 100 for 5, 15 gone.
Came off 93 balls in 57 minutes. That's the 100, 93 balls, 67 minutes, 100 for 5.
Three wickets to fall within 17 runs. West Indies bowling on the ascendancy at the moment. Sri Lanka, they will need to play well in these remaining 5 overs if they have to get anything close to what is considered par here. Par is probably 175. Good evening, Shakira Salman.
Good evening, Darren. 2 runs added to the score, bringing Bravo back into the attack for the West Indies. Yeah, the Sri Lankans would probably have planned initially to get up to that 170, 175 score, especially knowing the strength of this West Indies batting lineup and on such a small ground, as we pointed out. They're struggling at the moment, though.
Well, if we look at what Sri Lanka as a team has achieved in the last 3 years, in the last 5 overs in T20 cricket, 9.17 is the average run rate for those overs. So if you go by that standard, it'll take them to 150. I don't think that Tisara Pereira has it in him to get a lot more than that. Great Yorker executed by Dwayne Bravo. The skill, the experience, all on show at the moment.
Bravo showing his experience. He's very well known for his ability to nail those Yorkers. A bit of footwork there by Nicholas Pooran.
Shakira, I don't know if that was good. Should have hit the target.
Good enough to scare the batsman.
Didn't quite time it. Should be a couple of runs. I know we have a lot of people looking at this broadcast. Hello and welcome to you, if we didn't say that before. If you're in the Caribbean, you can catch this broadcast on Flow Sports. Also, you can go on to Windies Cricket YouTube channel if you're in Sri Lanka to follow the matches. in India, Fan Code, BT Sport in the UK, ESPN Plus in the USA, Super Sport, Sub-Saharan Africa, and Sky in New Zealand.
And Bravo just aiming at that leg stump, not giving the batsmen any room to free their arms or to hit over the offside. When the right-hander's on straight, he has 3 fielders in the deep on the leg side. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, and long on.
I mentioned the threat that Thisara Perera poses for this West Indies team. I've seen him recently in the Lanka Premier League when he captained the Jaffna Stallions. That team went on to win that tournament, and he played quite a few swashbuckling innings that took his team out of a crisis. On those occasions, never let the situation got the better of him, and possibly do the same now. 105 for 5. Right, overs remaining. Sri Lanka will need a lot more than what we've seen them score in terms of their run rate, currently 6.5. He's known more for his bowling, but he's very capable with the bat. Chance for a run out, but target not struck.
Quite brave from Obed McCoy, giving pace there and bowling outside of all stump with 3rd man up in the circle. Very fortunate that Hasaranga was unable to find the gap. Shy at the stumps there by Jason Holder, but he misses. Batsmen seem to have been home.
Also, his strike rate in T20 internationals, 152. That's how explosive Thisara Perera is. You see some of that now. Pace off the ball, skies high. Fielder settles. And another wicket down. So again, deception from the young man, Obed McCoy. Well, disappointment for the Sri Lankans.
Sri Lanka losing their 6th wicket to Thisara Perera. He was caught by
Brilliant change of pace by Obed McCoy. Completely outfoxing Thisara Perera. Easy catch for the experience doing Bravo. He isn't going to catch that one. Perera goes for just 1. The Sri Lankans lose their 6, 106 for 6.
The new batsman for Sri Lanka, Ashen Bandara.
Debutant Bandara. Oh, there was a chance for Jason Holder. Yet again, couldn't make contact with the stumps.
Another shy and a miss by Jason Holder. But good pressure. One guided to Jason Holder. Did bounce, did pick up. Oh, he would have been gone for all his money. He survives. Another shot and miss from Holder.
Bandara was born in Galle, Sri Lanka. One of two players on debut today in this T20 International. Looked like he was in two minds to Sarah Pereira. He was attempting the big shot, then he pulled out. Bottom hand coming off the bat. Ending up in no man's land, so to speak.
Cleverly bowled once again by Obed McCoy. Perhaps what these Sri Lankans could do is play him for that slower delivery. Just expect that slower delivery. And if any ball is going to surprise them, it has to be the quicker ball.
Yeah, I'm with you. A change in mindset, something that we see many batsmen do against Dwayne Bravo. You set yourself for that slower delivery. That's your first port of call. But they desperately need boundaries now. Only 7 fours and 3 sixes in the innings. Excellent over yet again from Obed McCoy. A wicket and 4 runs conceded. 109 for 6.
Yeah, 4 overs, no wins, 25 runs, 2 wickets. That's Obed McCoy. 4 overs, no wins, 25 runs, 2 wickets.
Only 1 boundary in the last 5 overs. Last 3. No boundaries scored.
Call is for 2. They get there quite easily. Nicely driven back past the bowler for 2. They have Saranga. But they will need boundaries. Just 7 fours so far. Not what you would expect to see in a T20, and not on such a good pitch.
Bravo is so good at assimilating information. He will factor the conditions, the batsman, and choose the appropriate delivery to bowl. Slow delivery. Finds the fielder. The catch-in has been brilliant so far by the West Indies. Fabian Allen is the man getting into the way of that one.
Sri Lanka losing their 7th wicket.
Lower delivery into the pitch. Asking the batsman to create all the pace. And a good running catch by that man, Fabian Allen. Superman, he is called. Reward for Dwayne Bravo. Hasaranga goes for 12. 111 for 7.
For 12, it's 111 for 7. The new batsman, Atila Dananjaya. The new batsman for Sri Lanka, Atila Dananjaya.
Killer Dananjaya, the new batsman. At the non-striker's end, he will get his chance to face his first delivery. Just to build on my point I was making about Dwayne Bravo. He's got all the skills in terms of the variations. What he amplifies is that ability to make the right decision. Holds his field. Knows his limitations as well as a bowler. Keeps the line fairly straight, takes pace off the ball, inviting the batsman to hit into the wind. Bullseye. Gets his wicket.
Just showing there that he still has a bit of pace. It's a shorter delivery first up for Dananjaya. But just looking at the scorecard here for the Sri Lankans. Itwala got off to a decent start, got again into 33, and the Sanka 39. But no one else really contributed.
Tough start for the Sri Lankans. Mickey Arthur to the left of screen, coach of this Sri Lankan side. Grand Flower, right of screen. Also part of the coaching staff for the touring Sri Lankan team. Firmly struck. Fielder runs around and will get there. Pollard, he's quick, but not as quick to prevent this boundary. Good end to the over for the Sri Lankans. 117 for 7. Wickets falling at regular intervals. That's hindered the effort with the bat by the Sri Lankans. So to this man, 2 for 25 from his 4 overs, pace off the ball, variations, relatively accurate, you would say, in his lines and lengths. It's a very good start to him in this first match, first of 3 T20 internationals between these two sides. Would have last played T20 internationals for the West Indies in 2019 against England. Obed McCoy. Here is Fidel Edwards. Chris Gale, well, it's a blunder in the field. Attempts the recovery. Concedes 2.
The pressure put on Chris Gale there. A bit of a fumble. Who runs added to the score for the Sri Lankans.
He's a tall man. Had to go down a long way. He was moving fast forward for Gale. Fidel will use his aura as a fast bowler, his reputation to good effect at this stage of the innings, especially when he's bowling to a batsman like Akila Dananjaya. He will show more aggression.
The bowling third so far for the West Indies. McCoy and Holder would have completed their 4. McCoy getting 2 for 25, Holder 1 for 19. Fidel Edwards into his 4th.
All bowlers with at least a wicket for the West Indies. Talk about collective effort with the ball. Aaron Pollard would be quite pleased with this first showing. 120 in the 19th over. You'll take that any day as a captain.
Aaron Pollard has shuffled his bowlers quite well in this game. He's used his fast bowlers particularly well on this pitch.
Right, a change in the field. Pollard constantly communicating with his bowlers, as he's doing now, making an adjustment in the field. Just enough bat on that one. Diving effort from Obed McCoy. Umpires might just want to check this one. It was close to the boundary line.
Outstanding effort with a tall, fast bowler. That's what you want to see, especially from your fast bowlers. Not sure if he was able to keep it in. A good effort. The umpires are just going to chat from another angle.
You just need a goes from behind over McCoy. That doesn't tell us how close he is to that advertising cushion. Umpires will check. Every run is vital here for Sri Lanka, so making the right decision is important. Generally, the fielding has been good by the West Indies. You can tell that there's commitment. Players diving around, as on this occasion. Catching has been superb. Started with the captain, Aaron Pollard, short mid-wicket. The run saved.
Excellent, excellent from Fidel Edwards. He's getting that Yorker in. And a bit of variation. Primarily in the over, he had gone to that shorter delivery. Well done on his part. But you just pointed out how good the fielding has been. These guys would have been putting in lots of work with Trevor Penny over the last couple of days. And also with their usual fielding coach, Rion Griffith, who is now working with for that 4-day game coming up.
Gives himself room. Dananjaya, he was searching for that gap through the third man region. Just gets a single. Good over again from Fidel Edwards. 7 runs conceded, 124 for 7.
Fidel Edwards just completed his quota of 4 overs. Fidel Edwards, 4 overs, no win, 29 runs, 1 wicket. That's Fidel Edwards, 4 overs, no win, 29 runs, 1 wicket. And we'll have the final over. And this is the first innings, and it will be bowled by Dwayne Bravo, bowling from the southern end. The 20th over by Dwayne Bravo.
Lanka and Dequella had a 51-run partnership after that. Wicket stumbled at regular intervals. Bravo once again maintaining a very straight line, rolling his fingers across the seam, taking pace off. Really skilled. It's crackerjack all-rounder. He's been around for a long time playing T20 cricket. Dwayne Bravo.
It was the call, but quick work in the deep by Evan Lewis. Bravo is very experienced, and he's shown all of his experience so far in this game. And what he's done well with that slower delivery, primarily he's bowled out into the pitch so that any grip, if there's any grip on offer, he can get it.
4 more deliveries in the innings. What can Sri Lanka salvage? Boundaries very difficult to come by. Yep, that will be quite close. Nigel Duguid goes upstairs for some support.
Third umpire television
we'll wait in
director, we
anticipation.
have a review for a run out. Can I start with your best side-on angle, please? Thank you. Ball is in glove right now. Just roll it through.
We have a decision pending. Decision pending.
Just rock and roll it, rock and roll it. The bat is in the air. Before the line, it has not successfully reached the line. Just rock and roll it. Okay, do you have another angle, Simon? Can you show me the other side? The bat is bounced up there. You can see the bounce clearly, bat clearly bouncing. Has not made contact behind the popping crease. Just rock and roll, freeze it right there. Yep, just roll it through, roll it through. Do you have a split screen on that, Simon? Thank you. Waiting on split screen, guys. Just need to ensure the bail is completely removed from the top of the stumps. Bats up in the air, bats up in the air, bail's completely removed. I am ready to make my decision for the big screen. My decision is out, decision out.
Well, what's crucial there, the bat had to be grounded beyond the line. Then if it goes in the air, no problems. On this occasion, it wasn't to be. It remained in the air when the bails were dislodged. Bandara goes for 10, 126 for 8.
He was run out for 10. The new batsman is Manchester Mirror. It's Manchester Mirror, the new batsman for Sri Lanka. It's 126 for 8.
The middle. That's middle. Right arm over. 3 deliveries remaining.
Dushmanta Chimera, new batsman. Picks it up. Doesn't hit it off the middle of the bat, so he just gets 1.
This is a dismissal. Last dismissal. Did pick up and throw, but if you're being Allen.
Keep back! Keep back in! Or anybody!
Yeah, they will get 2. Another little fumble in the field. Trevor Penny behind the monitor. And just take a note of that one. He is a perfectionist when it comes to fielding.
Bit shocking there. They've been relatively good in the field. Having Lewis with that misfield. The guilty party there. Last delivery coming up.
Here's Bravo. Gets it in that area where it's difficult to find elevation. 1, they go for 2. And the batsman should be run out. Nicholas Puran was quick in dislodging the bails.
Very deceptive. Angela Matthews just tried to hit a length. but they need early wickets. It's a relatively low score. In order to stay in this contest, they need early wickets. They need to put their best bowlers up front and try to knock back one or two of these West Indian batsmen.
He's not the type of bowler that will send shivers down your spine. He's medium pace, nothing more. Might get a little bit of shape, but I think Evan Lewis and Lendl Simmons will fancy a really good power play here. 76 matches. Economy's good, yeah. Normally, well, a lot of bowl overs in the middle. Got the new rock tonight.
Mentioned Lendl Simmons, 100 in that final just over a week ago here at Coolidge. 146, a massive 100 in a 50-over contest in the grand final. So he's very confident, a good striker of the ball. Good balance at the crease, both offside and leg side. Can manipulate the field as well as hit those powerful shots. And there he goes. Just listen for this thud. Just misses the pavilion here at Coolidge. And that's what you're going to get from these two powerful strikers of the ball.
Marvelous stroke, Evan Lewis. Have a look at the head position here. On contact, have a look. The key there, it's like a golfer. See the best golfers in the world, they don't look up after hitting the ball. They keep their eyes down for a fraction of a second. Marvelous, absolutely marvelous from Evan Lewis. What a clean strike of the ball.
And he goes again, leg side this time, with the wind towards the Athletic Club here at Coolidge. Back-to-back sixes for Evan Lewis.
Well, these two have been playing well for TNT for the last 4 weeks on this very ground. That is Evan Lewis to a T. It's exactly where he loves the ball. He loves swaying back and just hoiking it leg side. Oh, this is a great start. Absolutely wonderful start here by Lewis and Lendl Simmons. Got to question the bowling though. Angelo Matthews with a new ball, bowling medium pace with an under par score on the board. I wonder whether there's an option to maybe open with a spin bowler or go with your quickest bowler. If Lewis and Simmons have a good power play, this game will be done and dusted in half an hour.
And again, same result from Evan Lewis. 3 consecutive sixes in the first over, and carnage here at Coolidge.
Carnage at Coolidge. Love that, Samuel Badri. It's probably the easiest of the 3 maximums. Short, leg side, help yourself. Evan Lewis. Fantastic. Where he loves it. Loves swinging the ball away, leg side. Well, Matthews needs to change something here.
I mentioned at the start, Niall, I'm 100% in agreement with you. With a score like this, you need to let loose your best bowlers against the opposition. You need to get early wickets. So I quite agree that Angelo Matthews is not the best option in this situation. It's a defensive ploy more than anything else, just to try to get 1 over out of the way. You need wickets. That goes without saying. And the ball seems to be eluding the fielders, just stuck in that flower.
Evan Lewis, 3 sixes. Beautiful swing of the bat, clean as you like. Great striker of the ball. That was a lovely, lovely shot. This is Evan Lewis to a T. Loves pulling the ball away, leg side. Carbon copy, really. 3 maximums. 2 batsmen who love batting together. These are Evan Lewis's numbers. T20 career. Have a look at that. 125, averages 32. 50 plus strike rate Evan Lewis in T20 international cricket.
And that strike rate, Niall O'Brien, is number 3 in the world in T20 internationals. The best strike rate. Around the wicket now, Angelo Matthews. Bit of an anticlimactic end to the over. Just a dot ball. What a start for the West Indies, 19 after 1. What a start here by the West Indies. Absolute brilliant effort from Evan Lewis. 3 sixes in the first over. And right on cue, Niall O'Brien, Dananjaya being given a new ball from the airport road end. More of an attacking type spinner, wicket taker, Dananjaya. He'll be challenged by the left-hand, right-hand combination. Lindell Simmons will be hitting with the wind towards that shorter end. And with that start that they've had, well, it could be a little bit interesting how he goes about his business.
Samuel, you've been watching here for 4 weeks. You know exactly how Lindell Simmons and Evan Lewis are going to go about their business. Absolutely no holding back here. One aggressive shot and Matthews takes himself out of the slip cordon. So straight away on the defensive.
3 dots, long on, deep mid wicket, the 2 fielders out. This partnership for the West Indies has been quite formidable in recent times. 6 innings, 179 runs between these two. Tries to go through the offside. Average of 46.5 for the first wicket. 100-run partnership as well as a 50-run partnership in 6 innings. Just goes to show how well they complement each other, Evan Lewis and Lindell Simmons. Might fancy his chances a little bit more against the left-handed Evan Lewis. Field for him deep mid-wicket and long off. But not a bad option for Dananjaya. Very strong through the offside as well. He likes to pick up that ball down to deep backward square. So it's going to be a challenge for the young man. Nice and slow. 87 from Akila. So no piece to work with action. A lot of revs on the ball. Look at that seam position. You can tell exactly where that ball is heading. Really good technique. And there he goes, Lindell Simmons. Does he get enough? You bet he does. Another 6 in the innings. This time, Lindell Simmons gets in on the act. 2 overs gone. 27 without loss.
The introduction of
blistering start by these two. 27 in just 2 overs. And look at that current run rate, 13.5, required just 5.83. Changing bowler from the pavilion end, but that last ball of the previous over just tore into that one. Hitting with the turn, with the wind, everything in his favor, and a man in form as well. Wayward start from Chamira. Good pace generated already. But when you come in at this point here, Niall, is what we're talking about. A rapid start, 28, the batsman already blood flowing, faced a few deliveries. It's a little bit more difficult bowling this over.
Well, why you wouldn't give him the first over of the match and give him a slip and give him that confidence?
Flayed to the offside. That is the power of the man. And it shows his versatility to the offside this time, Evan Lewis, for a boundary.
Marvellous economy of footwork. Just a little half a step. Good extension through the ball. Such a powerful striker, Evan Lewis. Just gives him a little bit of width. Try to keep it down, just tries to flay it flat the boundary hoardings.
Round the wicket, Chamira.
To go back to Chamira and potentially the first over, you want to give your quicks the best opportunity. You know, at the halfway stage, you know you're below par with the bat. Well, no ball. This is not what Sri Lanka needed. Overstepping. First ball was a wide. Second was crashed through the covers for 4. Yeah, good call.
For the West Indies. A free hit for the West Indies.
Using the technology, officials upstairs are calling the no balls, which is great. It's worked well. Started out about a year ago in the Ireland West Indies series, and it's been a real success story.
Free hit, Lyndall Simmons. Goes again. Does he get enough? Oh, yes, he does. Another maximum here for Lyndall Simmons. That's 2 now for him, along with the 3 for Evan Lewis.
Well, Chamira under serious pressure. This is usual. Lyndall Simmons clears that front leg. Got no right really to hit that over extra cover for 6. Lower ball from Chamira. Smashed away. And he takes out coaching staff.
Classical. On the ground. All the way for 4. Just opens the face at the last moment and gets the gap, gets the timing as well. Serious form here from Lyndall Simmons.
Well, this is one of the better strokes because he just opens the blade lovely. Really, really beautifully played by Lyndall Simmons. We all know he's got the power, but he's got that precision as well. Lovely touch. Piercing that offside.
Have to win on the one side. Good bit of fielding prevents the boundary. But the familiarity with the conditions here at Coolidge really assisting the West Indians, having just played that regional Super 50 competition. Quite a number of their matches would have been played here. So they're well and truly accustomed to the conditions, and they know their game inside out as to where their scoring options are. So everything in favor of the West Indians at the moment. But this time he gets it fine. Much finer than the previous one. And gets the boundary. Confirmation, it's leg byes signal by the umpire. Well, they're speeding along.
Leg side, Chamira. Just nice again, Lyndall Simmons. Just clipping the pad, but got in a good position just to get it down nice and fine. Rattling along here at the Windies. 48 without loss, absolutely flying out of the blocks.
Another anticlimactic and a dot ball to end the third. 3 gone and 48 without loss. blistering from these two. 24 from 8, Evan Lewis, 18 from 11. And look at the batsmen to come. Chris Gale, Nicholas Puran, Kyron Pollard. Scary. Scary here in this first T20 International. What a shot. Pick up from Evan Lewis. Just goes into the boundary. Against the wind, but still had enough on it. Starts over with the boundary.
50 up in the fourth. Marvellous, marvellous partnership. Guess what though? It's behind leg again for Evan Lewis. It's his favourite area. Just loves pulling the ball away over a backward square leg. This one just trickles in for a boundary.
Straight. Will it be taken? He's gone. Success here for Dananjaya. First wicket for the West Indies. Evan Lewis falls.
Good catch in the deep. Danushka trying to go over extra cover here, I reckon, Evan Lewis. Keep an eye on Evan Lewis. I think he's trying to go more inside out. Yeah, he's trying to go over that extra cover. Cloths it, close the face. Catches it just about in the deep. They needed that, Sri Lanka. Lewis, it was enterprising. Brilliant 28 from just 10. West Indies, 52 for 1.
For 28. The new batsman is Christopher Gale. The new batsman for the West Indies is Chris Gale.
Well, you got rid of Evan Lewis, and in walks this man, Chris Gale. Look at those numbers. 2 T20 international hundreds, 13 50s. Look at that strike rate, 143. Phenomenal numbers for Chris Gale, over 10,000 T20 runs all told. Huge shot for LBW. Not impressed. Umpire Nigel Dugan. Niall O'Brien was raising his hands here in the come box.
Yeah, they send it upstairs, and they're going to have to send it upstairs. They've taken their review. Look very straight.
Third umpire to television director. We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've already checked the front foot. It's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin vision, please? Front on spin coming up. Ball is very close to the bat. I'm going to need ultra edge to confirm if there's any bat involved. There's a flat line as the ball is next to the bat. There's gap between bat and ball. There is no bat involved. Can you move on to ball tracking when available? Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. Simon, can you go back to the on-field umpire? Nigel, I'm going to ask you to overturn your decision. You're out, you are on screen now.
Chris Gale goes first ball on his return to the West Indies team. Excellent delivery from Akila Dananjaya. Another wicket for the West Indies, 52 for 2 now.
LBW off the bowling of Akila Dananjaya without scoring. 52 for 2. That's Chris Gale, LBW, Dananjaya without scoring. batsman is Nicholas Pollard. The new batsman for the West Indies, Nicholas Pollard.
Nicholas Puran, the new batsman for the West Indies, the vice captain of this T20 international team, 250s. Good strike rate, 125. Hat-trick ball for Akila Dananjaya. Might have gotten it. Is he gone? Yes, he's gone. It's a hat-trick for Akila Dananjaya. Just trying to turn this game on the head. It's the fourth hat-trick for Sri Lankans. 2 for Lasith Malinga, 1 for Thisara Pereira. Well, he joins that list now. And Nicholas Puran, like Chris Gill, goes back first ball.
T20 cricket at its finest, right there. They've been smacked all around the park here, and then Akila Dananjaya comes in and takes a hat-trick. Good catch, Dickwella, behind the stumps. Really good glove work. Fantastic work by the offie. Absolutely marvellous scenes here at Coolidge. Just when you thought they're out of the game, they fight their way back. Puran going for a first baller. 52 for 3.
What an amazing comeback here from the Sri Lankans. 52 for 3 all of a sudden. Speaking about needing to get wickets, get early wickets, well, they're backing it with 3 and 3 balls now.
Yeah, and good pace by Dananjaya. He hasn't been afraid to toss the ball up and give it a little bit of air. Excellent bowling by the offie.
We've spoken about the value of actually turning the ball in all forms of cricket, and you're spot on. Really good technique. The skipper at the crease, highly experienced campaigner, over 10,000 T20 runs, the most capped T20 player of all time. Kieron Pollard, well, he'll need that experience now. Slip and leg slipper. Look at that revolutions on the ball, turn just enough to get that outside edge. Excellent work from wicketkeeper Dickwella. Look at the elation from the young man. Wonderful scenes for Sri Lanka, for Sri Lankan cricket. Can he get 4 from 4? It goes in the air, falls in the gap. Just not getting the length that he would have wanted. Akila Dananjaya. Pollard off the mark.
What a remarkable 3.5 overs we've had. Plenty of sixes and a hat-trick. T20 cricket at its finest. Dananjaya, Sri Lanka back in it.
To the offside. Misfield and costs them a boundary. So spoils an excellent over. 3 wickets from it. 4 overs gone, 57 for 3. Well, a brilliant comeback from Sri Lanka. The first one, Evan Lewis, brought down and long off. And then Chris Gill, inauspicious return. Given not out initially, being overturned. And then the hat-trick ball, Nicholas Puran, playing away from his body and just enough turn. Just bringing them back in this contest. Akila Dananjaya. 3 wickets in that over, 57 for 3. All of a sudden. Bowling change now from the pavilion end. Another wrist spinner. Windies Hasaranga. Very good googly. Look out for that googly. And I'm sure Karen Pollard will be familiar with it, having played against him in that last bilateral series in Sri Lanka.
Oh, yes, money.
Yeah, he's been a real find for Sri Lanka cricket. Hasaranga, great competitor. Can't turn his leggy as well, but you're spot on. That googly's a real weapon in his armory. Half chance. This is where Sri Lanka needs to be really clever. They really need to be on the ball, because Karen Pollard and Lendl Simmons, especially Lendl Simmons, is not a good runner between the wickets. And all of a sudden, you've got three quick ones. You can create that little bit of indecision in the ring.
This time, they go through. Another quick single. But it's an important phase for the West Indies batsman as well. I know they rely a lot on power hitting, but at this stage it's all about rotating the strike, doing this maybe a little bit better, hitting the gaps, running hard between the wickets. Yes, they can hit sixes, we all know that, but you can't hit six every ball.
Also very important for Sri Lankan fielders to get close. If Pollard connects, he's going to clear the ropes, he's going to clear the field. Don't worry about that. If you're in the ring, you're in there to save a single. Create some pressure, a little bit of indecision. Good to see the slip still in play.
Might have been the googly from Hasaranga. Goes away to the boundary for 4. A bit of a misfield there from Tissara Pereira.
Well, he's cost the side 2 boundaries in the last 2 overs, Tissara Pereira. Previous ball, the last over. That's not good enough. You've got to get down behind the ball. You've got to do absolutely everything. You've got a below par total. You can't afford misfields. He's cost the side 6 runs in the last 5 balls. The last ball of Dananjaya's over was knocked away for a boundary. He should have been stopped by Pereira. On that one, he should have got something behind it.
Just wonder from that shot if Lendl Simmons picked that googly. Went with the turn. Usually a good player of spin. Lendl Simmons, hails from Trinidad and Tobago, would have faced a lot of spinners in his time.
Ah, yes, one do.
All about looking at the balls from the hands. Again, he's playing for that googly, so he's picking him. Huge shot for everyone, and he's given him. Well, I just said that he was picking him. He didn't pick that one. Another wicket. Will they refer it? Let's keep an eye on that timer. Yeah, he's reviewed it. Lendl Simmons.
Third umpire to television director. We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've already checked the front foot. It's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin vision, please? The ball is very close to the bat. Can you rock and roll that? I'm going to need you to move on to ultra edge, please, to confirm if there's any bat. Ball is under the bat. There's a flat line as the ball is impacting the pad now. There is no bat involved. Can you move on to ball tracking when available, please? Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. I'm ready to go back to the on-field umpire. Gregory, you can stay with your decision of out. You are on screen now.
Another wicket confirmation there. Lendl Simmons has to go. We've seen it all in this first 5 overs. 62 for 4 now. The West Indies. Simmons goes for 26.
62 for 4. West Indies 62 for 4. The new batsman is Jason Holder. The new batsman for West Indies, Jason Holder.
Jason Holder, very experienced and orthodox in his play. The type of role that he'll be confident in his own abilities with a run rate that is not demanding to try to see this through. Time will tell. He gets it there by some distance. Kyron Pollard.
Power of this man, Pollard. Initially, it looked as though he hit it. He's cleared the boundary quite easily, gone with the wing.
No doubt about that one. It's a six-hitting festival either side of the 3 wickets, the 4 wickets that have fallen.
Second 6 for Pollard. I think that was the break. Second 6 for Pollard in as many deliveries. This one straight down the ground. Too full from Dananjaya on this occasion.
And West Indies will have to balance the 6-hitting with judicious batting. He goes again. 3 in 3 for the West Indies captain. A bemused look on the face of Dananjaya.
Captain Angelo Matthews going to offer some suggestions to Akila Dananjaya. But it's a hot trick of 6s for Kieran Pollard. We saw it firstly by Evan Lewis, and now by Kieran Pollard.
To get the length right is the key thing here for Dananjaya. We've seen the leg break and the googly. He's had problems with his bowling action in 2019. He was out of the game for a year, having debuted in 2012 in the World Cup in Sri Lanka. Can he get the length right? No, he can't. Make it a dose of 4 for Kieran Pollard.
Unbelievable hitting by big Kieran Pollard. Still too full. Still way too full from Dananjaya. 4-6 for Kieran Pollard in 4 deliveries. A bit of a counter-attack by the West Indies captain.
At this point, that Herschel Gibbs and Warner Parkins in kits with 6 6s and an over. Yuvraj Singh in South Africa. Stuart Broad. 6 6s. Not calling for it. They're saying it's on the horizon. Length too full. Don't think he got all of that one. Definitely got all of that. There's a little bit of fade on it as well. And this is where he's improved his offside game, Pollard. This ground isn't big enough if he middles it.
Even if he doesn't middle it, Bish. Didn't middle the first one.
Sometimes.
It's 9 6s already hit by the West Indies. They've lost 4 wickets, but they've already hit 9 6s.
Matthews almost directly behind the bowler. Oh, goodness. 5 6s. And all of a sudden, Herschel Gibbs and Yuvraj Singh start jogging your memory. Can Pollard make it 6 from 6?
Whoa. A massive hit from Pollard. 5 sixes in 5 balls. Can he make it 6?
Going round the wicket. Six sixes for Pollard. Herschel gives Yuvraj Singh, you have company. And a little bow to the waving gallery of his teammates for the West Indies captain. 98 for 4.
Pollard hitting 6 sixes in the over. Congratulations.
Not sure how Akila Dananjaya will view tonight. A hat-trick and 6 sixes off and over. Another 34 required. Power play finish.
Tale of 2 different stories for Dananjaya. He's going for 6 sixes. Unbelievable striking from Pollard.
Jason Holder gets going, 3 strides down to the other end, another 3 strides, he's back up the other end. 100 comes up for the West Indies, folks, in 6.1 overs.
100 is up, it's 100 for 4. Came off 39 balls. 38 goals.
The West Indies getting to 98 in their power play. Sri Lankans were only able to get to 40 in theirs.
I think Holder might have been short, you know. I think he might have been short had that hit the stumps.
He's smiling now, but he was lucky. At that hit, he was long gone. A scramble single after a misfield by the bowler Hasaranga. Quick movement by Bandara there. Good effort. Lucky Jason Holder. Pollard back on straight.
Could be close. Finger goes up. Wanidu Hasaranga has his man with that. It looked like it might have been a googly. He reviews it.
Third umpire to television director, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've already checked the front foot and it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin vision, please? The ball is very close to the bat. Ball is very close to the bat. I'm going to need ultra edge to confirm if there is any bat involved. Ultra edge coming up. There's a flat line as the ball is next to the bat. Just take it back, please. Take it back. Roll it back and roll it right through. Flat line as the ball is next to the bat. Okay, there is no bat involved. Can you move on to ball tracking, please? Ball tracking coming up. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wickets hitting. I'm going to ask you to go back on field to Gregory. Gregory, you can stay with your original out decision. You are on screen now.
What a night of action we're having. Hat-trick, 6 sixes, dismissal. 38 to Pollard, 101 for 5.
West Indies 101 for 5. And the new batsman is Fabian Allen. The new batsman for the West Indies, Fabian Allen.
After seeing no need for a short leg, some captains would have Fabian Allen on strike. Yeah! Could be gone, could be gone, could be gone, it's gone! And Hasaranga will be on a hat-trick as well. This could be the most bewildering contest we've seen in this format.
No review left for the West Indies. They've used both of their reviews. That googly again from Hasaranga, not picked. The West Indies continue to struggle against that googly.
Hasaranga without scoring, it's 101 for 6. West Indies 101 for 6.
Completely playing down the wrong lane, Fabian Allen. And he goes for a duck. West Indies lose their 6. 101 in the 7th over.
Hat-trick ball. Dananjaya has already got one tonight. Hat-trick, that is.
Ayo!
Negotiated. 101 for 6. There's a bit of bounce on it and would have gone over the top, but no reviews because Simmons and Pollard had used it.
The experience doing Bravo come to the crease. No smiles on the face of Phil Simmons. Very disappointed with what he's seen so far.
Sri Lanka defended 120 against New Zealand in 2019. Bowled New Zealand out for 60. Can the 2 all-rounders do it? Six more. It's raining wickets and 6s. It'll be done quickly one way or the other tonight.
It's the 7th straight 6 Akila Dananjaya has been hit for. It's gone to full once more. Jason Holder with these long levers isn't going to miss out.
Alana!
6 and out. No, he dropped it. Unbelievable. Bandara, what have you done? What have you done?
Mickey Arthur on his feet. Can't believe it. The simplest of chances. Shelled.
What's going on with the West Indies batsmen? There has got to be something in between a six or a boundary in order to secure the game. I wonder if that could have been another one, because there were two noises, so I suspect that Bravo's bat hit the ground maybe before coming into contact with the ball.
Yeah, perhaps he just chipped that one almost straight back to Dananjaya.
Oh, yes.
Big leg break by Dananjaya, not picked.
I want a drink of water. 110 for 6. That would have been a catch. Last over. Hasaranga. He's a talented cricketer. Player of the series in Pakistan when they beat Pakistan in 2019. A couple of balls back, he got the leg break to spin. Leading wicket taker for Jaffna Stallions in the LPL. In fact, Shakira, he was player of the series in the Lankan Premier League. Good all-round cricketer. He can bat a first-class average, I think somewhere about 40, and turning out to be an excellent wrist spinner.
Yeah, he's done well for Sri Lanka since he debuted. And we know leg spinners. We'll want to be careful there. Perhaps just trying to get outside of our stump, just in case that googly is bowled. But leg spinners just always seem to give the West Indies batters, give the West Indies batsmen a bit of trouble. We're seeing it here from Hasaranga. Just about to complete his third over. Only gone for 9 runs and has.
1-1-1 for 6.
Now let's see the return of the master, Chamarera. He will be bowling from the Netherlands.
I think that is the heart rate. The maroon one is the heart rate of a number of West Indian fans tuned into this telecast, this broadcast. Up, down, up, down. Very few teams in the world can do it like the West Indies sometimes.
Just know how to keep you on the edge of your seat, don't they?
Two is the call for Jason Holder. And Bravo is quick, he runs well. The type of role mentioned before that Jason Holder will, not saying whether or not he's going to succeed, but he will relish the opportunity to absorb pressure and try to play sensibly. Dwayne Bravo started his international career as a batsman who bowls. His bowling has superseded his batting a few years into his career. Very rarely gets a chance to bat in T20s.
He's no batting quite far down the order. This West Indies lineup. Dananjaya would have completed his 4 overs. But no, Angelo Matthews has returned to his feaster, Chimera. He went for 17 in his first over. He'll be hoping to take a wicket here. But the West Indies will be glad that pace is back on.
Yeah. 29 years of age, Dushmantha Chameera. I remember when he made his debut in, going back to 2015, I think. When I first saw him, it was electrifying pace. He reminded me of a Pakistan fast bowler from back in the day. But he's had a succession of injuries, a back injury, ankle injury. Lost some of that sharpness, but good to see him back on the park. Mohamed Zaid was the name that I was trying to research way before your time, Shakira. You won't remember that. Slingy action, quick arm.
Too high, I presume. Little bones. But Chameera just rushing. Oh, they've gone for the review.
Third umpire to television director. We have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've already checked the front foot and it's a fair delivery. Can you move on to front on spin vision, please? There doesn't appear to be any bat involved. I'm going to need Ultra Edge to confirm, please. Just waiting on Ultra Edge, guys. Thank you. There's a flat line as the ball is next to the bat, flat line. There is no bat involved. Can you move on to ball tracking when available? Pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets missing. Can you go back to Nigel on field, please? Nigel, you can stay with your original not out decision. You're on screen now.
Can't blame Matthews for taking a punt, 6 down. Sinclair, Obed McCoy, Fidel Edwards to come. The good thing about, for me, encouraging thing for Matthews was that delivery is 143 kilometers per hour from Dushmantha Chameera. Pace enough.
Yeah, Angelo Matthews will be happy to see that Chameera's pace is up. What will be key for Chameera is bowling quickly, but not just quickly. It's attacking those stumps. And Bravo can be an LBW candidate. He just seems to be rushing Bravo a bit.
Saranga has 1 over left, which could be a critical over. To see out for the West Indies, that is. Reball. Yep.
Tempted bouncer there by Chamira. Off target. But he does have the field set for this. He has a deep fine leg and a man at deep backward square.
Because a number of players around the region and around the world know for years now that the two Bravos, particularly Dwayne, short ball has proven effective if they take it on. And that had some good gas on it. Halfway mark of the innings. No, it's a wide.
He initially thought that was a good bouncer. Probably a bit harsh by the umpire, perhaps. But good pace from Chamira. Just pushing back, doing Bravo.
How do you follow it up? Follow it up with good length at the stumps. Well bowled. Very well bowled. Now the halfway mark. 116 for 6.
After 10 overs, West Indies 116 for 6. After 10 overs, West Indies 116 for 6.
$116 for 6 in the West Indies, pursuit of 132 for victory. One of the eeriest games that I've seen in T20 cricket. I've seen almost everything in this second half. Sixes, dot balls, wickets, hat tricks, googlies, leg breaks, off breaks. It's been amazing. Niall O'Brien?
Well, 2 wickets in this over would be handy for the old finale. Couple here for Hasaranga now, be lovely, Samuel Badger, just to get those nails a little bit shorter on Phil Simmons and co.
And just to add to the tension, the drama here at Coolidge. And in the midst of all of that, Niall O'Brien, 117 when the 11th over, Hasaranga has bowled 3.2 overs, 3 wickets for 10 runs. How amazing really is this?
Well, it helps when the batsmen aren't picking you. You're bowling wrist spin and the batsman can't pick you, it does help. Remarkable game of cricket here this evening at Coolidge.
Dwayne Bravo just trying to get outside off stump there. So he's playing for that googly. Just has to make sure that he makes contact with the ball. This is where we are at the moment. Sri Lanka, disappointing first half. 131 for 9 of their 20. But they fought back strongly after that opening onslaught from Lyndall Simmons and Evan Lewis. And then Pollard came and dampened their wings. And then they fought back yet again. So it's seesawed in this contest.
Yeah, a bit of work to do, you feel, though, for the West Indies between game 1 and 2. They'll be checking out the video replays because they haven't played spin well at all, apart from those towering sixes from Captain Kyron Pollard. I'm sure the batting coach of Phil Simmons and Trevor Penny will say, right, guys, we need to have a look at this. Monty Desai, the batting coach, Phil Simmons, will not be happy. It's going to be a comfortable win in the end, but he will not be happy because he is a strict taskmaster. Doesn't like giving an opposition any kind of sniff in a match. And they had Sri Lanka beaten after that opening partnership of 52.
Big leg break. It's one of those, you win, but you're still not convinced. 11 overs gone, and 119 for 6.
Abidu Hasaranga just bowled his 4th over. 4 overs, he'll win 12 runs 3 wickets. As Hasaranga, 4 overs, no win, 12 runs, 3 wickets. West Indies 119 for 6, needed 13 runs to win.
A tale of two halves for the spinners from Sri Lanka. 3 for 12 for Hasaranga, 3 for 62 for Dananjaya, including a hat-trick. Niall O'Brien.
Yeah, I feel a little bit for Dananjaya. He could have had 5. Obviously takes a hat-trick, then gets hit for 7 sixes in a row, really, because Pollard hits him for 6, and then Jason Holder clubs him down the ground. Then it has Holder dropped a deep forward square, I beg your pardon. And then he puts one down off his own bowling. Dwayne Bravo. Could have had 5. Could have been hit for 7 sixes, but got 5 wickets.
That would have been amazing, wouldn't it? But you take that 5-wicket haul and augment your chances of winning this match. Sri Lanka, as it stands now, just 12 needed from 8 overs after this, so not really in the contest any longer.
Hey, bowl well though, wonderful hat-trick. I think a hat-trick in any format of the game's fantastic achievement. Do it against the West Indies and get his side back in the contest was wonderful to see. Well, Dwayne Bravo's been very watchful. 2 from 13, negating the mystery spin.
They've been sensible about it. Dwayne Bravo, all of his experience, played T20 cricket for a long time. Through various leagues across the world, knows what is required in this situation. As you mentioned, just negate that threat that the spinners pose and then see the team home. They've been brilliant in the field in that first half. They started off well, opening partnership over 50, but that those middle overs really haunted West Indies cricket, not only in this game, but quite some time.
That's going to be a wide. They'll be delighted with Jason Holder. He's had a really good match. Got 4 out of Jason Holder. I'm not sure if Phil Simmons and Captain Pollard will really rely on or expecting to get 4 overs out of Jason Holder. Game in, game out, but tonight he was excellent. Oh, really well. And with the bat, he's just that calm head. That middle period when there's a bit of carnage at the other end. Showing all his experience, Jason Holder. The reason I say they might not expect to get 4 overs out of him every game because they've got such a versatile bowling attack. But the fact that he's been able to give Pollard and Phil Simmons 4 overs tonight is a real bonus, I think. Come a long way the last 18 months or so, Jason Holder, but I think he's a top-class cricketer. This is carnage at Coolidge, as you rightly mentioned earlier, Samuel Badri. Wickets everywhere, 6s everywhere. People scurrying around the ground, checking bushes for the ball.
Yeah, we've had it all. It's been a brilliant curtain raiser. What a shot there from Jason Holder. Through the offside, those long levers being put to good use.
Right on the top of the bounce. Have a look at this. Not a bad ball by any stretch of the imagination. Jason Holder, tall man, yes, gets right on top of it. Made a brilliant sound off the bat. It's a good effort in the deep.
Six needed for victory for the West Indies. Good short delivery to end the over. 7 runs coming from it. 12 gone. 126 for 6. 6 runs needed for the West Indies to register their first win of this CG Insurance T20 International at Coolidge. Sri Lanka, disappointing first half, 131 for 9 on the board. Good bit of bowling by the West Indians. Obed McCoy, Fabian Allen, Jason Holder, Dwayne Bravo, Kevin Sinclair on debut. All of them contributed. Peter Edwards as well. And in pursuit, Kyron Pollard, 6 sixes in 1 over. 38 from just 11 deliveries. Evan Lewis and Lyndall Simmons were brutal at the top. Unbeaten 22 from Jason Holder. The captain, well, he'll be pleased with many things in this match, but certain things he'll want to improve upon. And I'm sure there'll be discussions after this one. New bowler Bandara from the pavilion end. Just 5 needed now for victory.
Why not get another wrist spinner into the game? Well, this game should really be finished with a 6, or else a flurry of wickets. So let's see if we're going to have an entertaining end. Matthews back into slip. Jason Holder take him on.
Oh yes, Bandy.
The 22-year-old Bandara on debut for Sri Lanka. So a good opportunity. Been given the ball as well. A good start for him. Good control he's showing here. Ashan Bandara. Just 5 needed from 45, the West Indies. Deep backward square, deep mid-wicket, long on. In position. Just controlling things out in the middle, Jason Holder and DJ Bravo. A partnership of 27 when they won a little bit of a spot of bother in the West Indies.
Spare thought for New and Pradeep. Normally an opening bowler, doesn't get a bowl, doesn't get a bat. Don't think he's fielded a ball all evening. He hasn't put a foot wrong.
Easy at the office, just like you now, O'Brien.
Well, he can go into the team meeting tomorrow and say, well, what happened, lads? I've done my job.
Keeping him a bit of a mystery for game 2.
Oh,
the Sri
yes,
Lankans.
Banda. Yeah, Banda.
13 overs gone, 128 for 6. And 128 for 6. Just 4 needed. I think they might have heard you, Nile O'Brien. Nuwan Pradeep introduced into the attack. Just 4 needed. Can he produce a bit of magic?
Well, wouldn't it be marvellous if he came in and got a couple of wickets here. Experienced, quick.
And there it is. First ball 6. Well, he didn't have to do much. Nuwan Pradeep, but that's victory for the West Indies. They take the first T20 international in this 3-match series. Congratulations all around from Chris Gale, Kyron Pollard, the management and coaching staff.